Good morning, BookTube. So it's day 6 of my vacation vlog, February 4th. Pretty nice morning, a little warmer than it was yesterday. It says 19 degrees, but the real temperature is 5. So waiting for it to warm up a little bit more before I maybe even venture outside. We'll see. But I have 2 graphic novels left. They're both fairly small, so I might go ahead and just do both in one day. We'll see. But I'm going to be starting out with Pepper Page Saves the Universe. This is the first book in a series. Like I said, it's pretty skinny, kind of sci-fi vibes there. That's the various creators. And I will go ahead and read the synopsis here for you. It says, somewhere in the distant future, in a time when science and technology have all but replaced fantasy and fiction, 15-year-old orphan Pepper Page seeks to escape the crushing peer pressure, bullying, and social anxiety of high school by immersing herself in classic comic book adventures of her favorite hero, Supernova. All Pepper wants is to hide from the world, but fate intervenes in the form of a strange cat named Mr. McKittens, a sinister science teacher called Professor Killian, and a weird science experiment gone awry. Flung across time and space, Pepper must come to terms with her past, present, and future. Where does she come from? Who is she destined to be? And who are these strange cosmic beings, both benevolent and malevolent, watching over her? Fantasy and reality collide in an explosion of action, adventure, and mystery as Pepper learns that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. So it sounds cute. I'll show you a little bit more of the artwork as I get into it. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and dive in. That line right there is right out of Doctor Who, the Third Doctor. It's a reoccurring line that pops up every once in a while in various episodes, but that's hilarious. This professor here kind of reminds me of Peter Cushing, who played the Doctor in 2 movies. Well, it seems like an appropriate backdrop for filming some of this. This is Pepper Page Saves the Universe. Some of the artwork you'll see within it. Our main character, Pepper, is infatuated with the Supernova comic. Apparently everything's like kind of digitized, but she managed to get her hands on some pretty much ancient paper copies of the comics. She's a bit of a daydreamer, always dreaming of being a superhero. She has her friends Zola and Tally. She's an orphan, so she returns to the orphanage after school. Doesn't feel like she really fits in anywhere. Kind of wonders who she is, where she's from. And then one day, she kind of ends up caught up in this experiment by a teacher, this professor here, Professor Killian. And something happens and she's sort of transported out of her world into time and space and goes off on an adventure. This was really, really cute. I really love the characters in it. Our main character, it's pretty well developed, and actually all the characters are, I thought they were done very well. This is listed as book 1 in a series, but it easily is self-contained. You could literally just read this and be satisfied that you've read a really great comic and not really need to go reading the rest if you didn't want to, or if you perhaps were not able to track them down. If I come across them, I might read them for fun, but I really, really enjoyed this one. Like I said, it had a great conclusion, still left a little bit, you know, a little bit of a, I guess, cliffhanger, but not one that you couldn't just say, okay, I'm satisfied with what I read. The cat's pretty funny, too. The cat goes through a bit of a transformation. I don't want to kind of give away anything too much here, but yeah, really nice artwork, really nice and colorful and bright. Great storyline. That one little scene that I came across that was almost straight out of Doctor Who cracked me up. But yeah, I enjoyed that. And then the next one I'm going to read is Turtle in Paradise. And this is by Jennifer L. Holm. I'll go ahead and read the synopsis. It says, 11-year-old Turtle is smart and tough and has seen enough of the world not to expect a Hollywood ending. So when Turtle's mother gets a job housekeeping for a lady who doesn't like kids, Turtle heads off to Florida to live with relatives. Florida's like nothing Turtle's ever seen before, though. It's full of ragtag boy cousins, family secrets to unravel, and even a little fun. Before she knows what's happening, Turtle finds herself coming out of her shell, and as she does, her world opens up to the most unexpected ways. So, yeah, that'll be the next one. It's my last graphic novel of this vacation vlog, but right now it's time for lunch. That looks like a canvas out there. Nice blank white canvas. I'll have to show you from a higher vantage point, but that was actually tiring. Plus it's still kind of cold out here. That wind is blowing pretty good. Oh, still kind of nice day. I don't know if I'll try for a walk later on. Gotta still make lunch. I haven't made lunch yet. This is a better vantage point. Made the mistake of going out there without any sunglasses. And, oh boy, is it bright out there. Everything's kind of orange right now. So for lunch today, I'm gonna have some leftover salmon from the other night. I got some cold pasta salad with like olives and cheese and stuff, and I just mix it all together, and some crackers and cream cheese. So as I'm having lunch, I think I'm gonna take a break from reading and maybe watch some movie or something on Prime Video. Just take a little bit of a break, and then I'll be diving into Turtles in Paradise, or actually Turtle in Paradise. Forgot that's her name. Well, I watched a little TV, read just a little bit of Turtle in Paradise. I got up to page 43, but it's so nice and sunny out there right now. It's like 44, but the highest it's gonna get right now today. So I'm gonna take advantage of it and just get a little walk in. So come on with me. I love how creepy trees are in the winter.
Allie! Hi, Allie! Oh my goodness! Hi! We got kisses. Kisses! Oh, goodness, I didn't know that's on camera. Oh my goodness. You are so sweet. This dog is the kissingest dog ever. Even more than my Skippy. Almost. You want to go and get treats?
We haven't been able to go very far.
I'll bet.
Because he didn't shuffle the sidewalk by the school here.
I see you got your path around the garage.
But I took her today across the school, and the front of the school is all plowed, so we went.
Oh, that's good.
It was a nice long walk.
Yeah. Most of the salt's probably like melted away, so you don't have to worry about that either.
Yeah, but not on,
Yeah.
not where it was so deep, you know.
Yeah.
Hi. You sweet boy. Go, get go tight.
My walk and continue reading about halfway through the book right now, and I'm going to stop now for some dinner. Just a real quick dinner, and what we call a garbage salad. Just lettuce and everything you want thrown in. I got some chicken and cranberries and honey roasted walnuts and a bunch of lettuce. I finished Turtle in Paradise. This is based on a YA novel of the same name by Jennifer Holm. It's kind of loosely based on her experiences of Key West and family stories that she'd heard and actual history. Some of the characters are loosely based on people she knew. At the very back of the book, you get a little bit of history of Key West at the time the story takes place. And unlike the other graphic novels I've read so far, this is not a contemporary one. This one is actually set, the very opening page tells you, June of 1935. This is like right during the Depression. Our main character is Turtle. She is traveling along with a cat who was unfortunately recently abused by some kids. That's why the first chapter is actually labeled Rotten Kids. She believes, you know, not all kids are good. They're not all super sweet like people seem to believe, but then not all grown-ups are. And she's being sent off to Key West to live with her aunt and her cousins, who she's never even met. She's never been to Key West. She doesn't know anything about the place or the people. But she's being sent there because her mom has managed to find a job in this depression as a housekeeper, but unfortunately the lady of the house doesn't want anything to do with it. She doesn't like kids. She doesn't want them around. So again, Turtle here doesn't think some grown-ups are very nice either. So she's untrusting, she's shy, she's feeling unwanted, and she's being sent off. So kind of in a bit of a shell, as it's described in the back of the book. And we slowly see her kind of come out of the shell as the story progresses. She meets her cousins, and I can show you a quick glimpse of some of them at the back here. This is some of the artwork there, but you see, along with one of the family friends, they all have these weird nicknames. Beans, Kermit, Ira, Buddy. So they're all boys, and so she's the odd one out there, and they're kind of a ragtag group. They're known as the Diaper Gang by everybody in town. Everybody knows everybody in this small little town. Simpler days, you know, they all have nicknames. Even the grown-ups seem to have nicknames. It seems to be a Key West thing, as it's described in the back of the book. And they're known as the Diaper Gang because they go around and they kind of babysit toddlers and little babies. They take them around in a wagon, they swaddle them up in clothes, blankets, and just kind of roll around town with them. And that seems to soothe the babies, like you would go around with a stroller or something. It seems to work. So it gets them out of the parents' hairs for a while, and they can kind of calm them down. And they also have some kind of secret recipe for diaper rash. But anyway, so she goes off on these ventures with these kids and slowly kind of starts to come out of her shell and going on a really interesting adventure near the end. We have like a little bit of a pirate treasure and a storm, and it actually talks about a hurricane that hit during the time, and so that's kind of mentioned in the book too. So you get a lot of history of that time and the economic struggles and the simpler life that people kind of, everyone kind of helping out each other. And it also touches on like the industry a little bit of like the hunting sea turtles and sponges and how it kind of decimates the population. You see that more in the history at the very back of the book though. Really enjoyed it, really love the artwork. Let's see if I can try and show you some of the pages here. I love the really bold kind of almost outlines of the illustrations. There's some full page spreads throughout. Really beautifully colored. Let's see. Oh, here's a really nice one on the water there. I really enjoyed this one. Really nice story. She talks about how her mom always believes in these like Hollywood endings. She's not too sure that that's possible. Like one day that her mom will make enough money and they'll have a house and all this stuff. And but yeah, like I said, that's an adventure, and she'll kind of learn to find this new family and everything in a new life. But I really enjoyed it. So anyway, that kind of completes all the graphic novels I had planned to read while I was on vacation. Just a quick recap: we had A-OK by Jared Green, Pause, Gabby Gets It Together, Volume 1 in a series. Then we had Miss Quinces by Kat Fajardo, Invisible by Christina Diaz-Gonzalez and Gabriella Epstein, Treasure in the Lake by Jason Pamet, Truly Tyler by Terry Libinson, Pepper Page Saves the Universe, first in the series, is by Landry Q. Walker, Eric Jones, Michael Drake, and Patrick Rousseau. And then the last one was The Turtle in Paradise by Jennifer Holm and illustrated by Savannah Ganucho. Oh, so that's the last of my vacation vlogs. I've still got another week of vacation, but I think I'm just going to kind of chill out. If I film a video, it might be just a kind of catch up on other things that I'm reading. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe I'll do some more vlogs later on, maybe particularly in the summer when I can actually get out of the house. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.